Now, if I were to tell you in the beginning of the season that you go ahead to the first week in February, you'd have a losing record in conference, but you would be in spot to host a playoff game come playoff time, what would your reaction to that be?
I wouldn't be surprised, knowing what everybody had at the beginning of the year. We all expected Oswego to be loaded with the kids that they brought in. Division I, talent that just for whatever reason, well, a lot of reasons. One, that's a pretty good package to go there. Two, they have the great facility, and three, they're a winner. So we knew they were going to be on top of the league. Plattsburgh is always dominant. But then, you could throw a blanket over the rest of us, on any given night, Fredonia, Geneseo, a Buff State, when you're thinking about what they had returning. Even Cortland is making strides under Coach Balderrada. So, we knew that it would be a grind, and 3 through 8 could be anybody's spot. So we expected, to have to play hard, and we've set our team up to play that way. We're not a finesse team, we're a bunch of grinders. And when we play hard and compete in the corners and get pucks to net, we're a pretty good team and can compete with anybody. But when we try and do things that we're not capable of, then we put ourselves in positions to not be successful. So the fact that we're 5-6, when you got two teams, that one is undefeated and one has a couple of losses, and their only losses are to that undefeated team, then that bunches everybody else up because everybody's going to have those losses. So I think at the end of the day, our fourth place team will certainly be over 500. Which is what you would expect your top 4 teams to be over 500 and your bottom 4 to be under 500. So there's still a lot of hockey to be played.
Likewise, if I told you at the beginning of the season that come the first week of February, Brett Gender would be putting pucks in the net for you, what would your reaction be?
Well, we'd certainly be excited. I'm sure if you think about the explosion on our bench, there was probably no goal that was celebrated, as well by our team as the one the other night, and that's just a testament to Brett's work ethic and the fact that he comes to the rink and works hard every day and brings energy to our team. And he doesn't, I'm sure he wants to score goals. Every player wants to score goals, but he knows that's not necessarily his role. And and probably from a coaching standpoint, that was the one shift that we didn't expect really anything to happen. We've put him in some positions to try and get him that goal in games where, maybe, the outcome was not in doubt, and, he's had some great looks and pucks just didn't want to go in. But we put him on a situation where he got to play with some top players because of an injury, just because of his defensive awareness. And in a 4-2 game, you got to worry about defense. And lo and behold, makes a great play, gets to space, and, I'm sure he'll be the first to tell you it was great that it was a nice goal. It wasn't a mucker and grinder where he's sliding it in under the goalie. To roof one under the bar over the kid's blocker was a really nice first goal for him.
All right, now finally, Saves for a Cure weekend is coming up pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about the charity, and this is the 3rd year running now.
Yeah. Well, Todd Sheridan, as everybody knows his story, cancer survivor. This is really about him and our ability as a program to support his causes and specifically his charity. He started the charity after his freshman year here because he wanted to do something where he could raise money to give back to families that are traveling throughout the country to be with their children that are in these cancer hospitals. And this is just a small way for us to help him achieve his goals. And last year was the first weekend where we actually did the jerseys, the 3rd jersey, and then auctioned them off, and we'll do that again this year. And we had a great response in the auction, and we raised almost $4,000 between the auction and the gate receipts. The athletic department donates the gate receipts for those games, to his charity. So, in the course of a few years, he's raised over, $5,000–6,000 through different, things that he's put together. And like I say, it's a chance for us to, really give back. Community service is something we're real big on, and making sure that our players understand that, they need to be giving of their time and energy in other areas that just aren't, sports related. So, for us to again help Todd. He was just recently viewed as a nominee for the Hockey Humanitarian Award for the 2nd straight year, one of only 3 kids to be nominated a 2nd time. And we're hoping that obviously that their committee sees the great things that he's doing you know, for young cancer, you know, stricken kids through his charity, you know, and you know, it'd be nice if he was recognized with that award, and we're all supporting him. But Saves for a Cure weekend, you know, we'll wear the jerseys against Oswego. We'll auction them off with the proceeds going to Saves for a Cure, and hopefully that'll be a charity that will be around for a long time and will continue to grow and help lots and lots of children and their family.
All right, certainly looking forward to that. Thanks a lot for joining us.
All right, thank you.